Y'all hear me okay?
Yep.
Alright, well, some of my friends are supposed to be here. I thought I was going to start a little later, so I'm sorry that I'm late. But anyways, I'm here to entertain y'all, so be prepared. This first piece to start off is called I'm a Poet, because that's me. You see, I'm a poet, and I know it, because I flow it out mentally, blowing up brain cells with my poetry. Slowly written, because see, freestyling isn't the quality, but with my lyrics on paper, hell, I'm characterized as royalty. A king of this field based on my ability to build interest in this room filled with ignorance, so I'm spitting this. Slanging messages like Escobar, I'm for the people, so I never quit. See, I got my own style and won't change for nobody. I'm never just part of the crowd, I'm simply a commodity, and with a pen in the pad, more like a fight. That's why part of me plans to go down in history like the famous Babe Ruth. You see, I also feel as though I was one of the greatest. You can give a damn if it's the truth. Yeah, I write for the love of it, piecing together puzzles for the fun of it, like a 400-meter sprinter. I'm running this, leaving others in the dust and shit. This is what I do. When I lay down these basics, making sense out of metaphors on a day-to-day basis. You see, I'm an inventor, and my lyrics, those are my creations. Just ask Beloved and them, if only I knew music, and I sell out triple platinum and be university recognized though. But I'm a poet, and I know it. Cause I flow it out mentally in a way that's so interesting, giving you goosebumps like diamond rings. See, that's how I be handling these other spoken word artists who be battling in these slams to be crowned king of the mic. You see, me, I don't like to fight. I avoid confrontation. All I do is write. Remaining a legend like the famous Black Knight, breathing out blazing scriptures with lyrics that hit ya. Fuck it. Just call me a poet ninja, cause I'm all up in the dome, making you want to go home and write another poem or something, cause you've been inspired to write, which is what I do every night. It's like those weightlifters, now I push the pen until my fingers get tight, cause I'm a poet this shit, and don't y'all forget it, and I'm a poet, and I know it, that's why I float. I'm glad y'all like that. I wrote a book a couple years ago. I self-published it myself. It was called Emotions and Experiences. And it was on the internet, but I ran out of copies, so I canceled the website. But that's what my poetry is about. You know what I'm saying? It's about my experiences throughout life and the emotions, you know what I'm saying, that I have with those. And I've had a lot of experiences with women, you know, in relationships. And I ain't always been the best with them, you know. And after college, I went out to Vegas and I had met this girl, and we had an experience, and this is my emotions to that experience. Now I do say the word nigga, but please don't take it as the word. Just understand the concept of the meaning and everything. This poem is called Every Time We Argue. Oh, how black she thinks she makes me feel by reeling off the word nigga. I guess she figures that since she's angry and hurt, that she can pull that trigger in her throat and shoot out bullets targeted to puncture my soul and wound my emotions. I guess she's hoping that by focusing on that scar on my race and by calling me into my face, that she'd hurt me in the worst possible way. Too bad I know its true meaning, allow me to laugh at what takes place. Every time we argue, see, every time we argue, almost every other day, jealousy and envy, the topic tends to stay the same, and someone like a Nova sees, she's always trying to keep me tamed and letting me know how she feels. See, the realness of the situation is that she's sprung off my love making, and the color of my skin is a utopia until her feelings are left forsaken and taken advantage of, and then she's into breaking up the whole relationship. But see, first, her goal is to make me feel like shit, calling me out my name like her brain was trained to speak French, knowing damn well she from Asia. Every time we argue, see, every time we argue, almost every other day, jealousy and envy, the topic tends to stay the same, and someone like an overseer, she's always trying to keep me tame, hit me with her bare hands, lying to the police, taking a chance on ruining my whole reputation, and yet I sit back and take it, because I know that in the past that I've used and abused her patience, but if I'm really just a nigga, then why are you wasting all that tissue every time we argue? 1 minute you love me, the next is I hate you. Hell, I feel like we're jumping out of an airplane constantly without a parachute. Every time we argue, see, every time we argue, it seems as though things are getting worse. And the fact that you don't care when you get angry got me on the fence like Javon Curse. Yeah, I know that you've been hurt. Hell, I've been hurt too. But you chose to take me back, and I'm the nigga in the fool. Yeah, I know I've been a dog. I guess that's what dogs do. But why did you take me back if you was the only one being used? You knew that I had no money and that you couldn't lean on me for support, so why'd you keep forgiving me if I'm such a fucking jerk? Baby, you ain't want a real man, I guess you just wanted something up your skirt. So every time we argue, but baby, I ain't ignorant, so why don't you choose another word? What I need to ask myself is, damn, I stay with her every time we argue. Yeah, so after high school, I went on to college, and like I said, you know, all my poetry always deals with the emotions I've had throughout my experiences in life. And what happened is, when I went off to college, I noticed that when I went back home, I had to deal with issues within my community just by being me, because I left and did some different things. And so when I came back, you know, some stuff that was going on with some of my friends' minds inspired me to write this piece. And it's called, Who Am I, What Am I, or What Have I Become? You see, I'm an ex-slave, a runaway. Now I'm free in mind, body, and soul. Many minds, though, have expressed their desire of how they like me to return to the, yes, sir. Thank you, master. Can I shine your shoe? Oh, yeah, I could run faster than that rock you just threw. But see, if I go back to that, I'm a fool. If I think that I'd make it to the next town before my life is stolen from me and I'm found hanging like somebody's Christmas ornament from a tree. But what am I now? Who am I? What have I become? Am I black? Or is that simply just the color of my skin? My friends say that my new vocabulary has altered my language and I've begun to talk white. As black as I am, my friends say that I'm white. You see, my friends say that I'm white because the atmosphere of my college experience has altered my appearance, my dialect, and my style. They say for the simple fact that I like white women now, that I have somehow become the jewel of that pile of black men just racing to their feet, kissing, burying, spoiling, and humping their meat. See, just because I don't speak the same and my game has changed and my pockets aren't thin, what, somehow I've been turning it off the color of my skin? What am I then? Or better yet, what was I when I was born? A black child to a single, unmarried black mother. See, unlike most, the definition of a bastard child immediately plagued me like a disease, and predictions were made that I would become a drug dealing, gang banging, woman beating, prison visiting, no good Negro implementing devilish practices to myself and my community. But now somehow this child of the streets has been given immunity from that belief. I wonder why. Well, see, I tell you, because now I got a degree. But what am I now? Am I now allowed to be black? Or, in the real world, is the color of my skin simply a word defined as sin, opposite of holy or white by definition? Am I a prodigy whose ambition in life is to now entertain this war of my ability to jump and fight? Or would I simply just be an asset to a quota? Tell me, would I be a quota-filling brother given the chance to work with Crayola with the rest of the colors so that the company can make its money and not be called a racist? Or am I over-exaggerating? What am I? Who am I? Or what have I become? Tell me, am I now one of the few, the proud, that made it from the ghetto? No. See, what you need to know is that this world has been psychologically injected with these mental poisonings that have affected the way we live. You see, we're now color codified and looking for our identity, which is blinding our minds because we suddenly stereotyping all things at first sight. And let me ask again, am I black, African American, a Negro, or a nigger? Because as I stand before you, I somehow represent both figures. Yeah, I've been called a nigger, classified as a Negro, though ironically in Spanish, both words mean the same damn thing. However, in English, one is provocative and one is clean. Or am I multicultural because I interact with whites? Well, I know I'm not only African and American because, hell, I wasn't born in Africa. Nor do my roots solely come from there. Yeah, as you can see, I got the hair that's somewhat similar, but damn, my aunt, she told me she got a little Irish in her. So I guess I do too. Who knew? What am I? Who am I? Or what have I become?